Hello and welcome to the daily SoulCalibur 6 news.
Daily?
New
Every
character,
single
new
day?
character, new character,
really?
new character.
Really? Who's it?
You can see it right here.
It's a wolf?
One wolf. There's another wolf. And a
Wait,
third wolf. There's like 3 new characters.
They're adding Saber Wolf as a guest character?
The Killer Instinct thing.
Yeah.
Well, no. Ooh, do you see that? There's another wolf. No, further back,
I
further
just
back.
see boobs. There, that's a wolf.
That's a wolf. Wolf Corona. But yeah, I think there's a certain character by the name of Hilde.
She won't.
An ice wave died. Oh well.
Damn.
Yes!
Well, thanks for the podcast.
she's
Bye.
Yes!
Oh, we're still going back.
It's Hilde. Hilde.
It's her! She looks so... Yes! Look at her go! Look at her go! Oh, look! Oh my god! Yes!
This-
Oh!
I feel like this is an important thing we need to address here.
Okay.
Hilde. Is that how you pronounce Hilde?
No. I thought the same thing when I first heard it. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, wait. Pause here. Alright. Pronounce.
Groß
Ende
Erbschaft.
Nova and frischer Himmel. Feinstahl, große Erbschaft. I think that's close-ish.
Yeah, I think it's actually close-ish. Yeah.
I was never very good at German, so I could have been horribly wrong.
I think she looks good.
Yeah,
She has a much more regal look this time around with the huge coat and the tiara.
Yeah, I like the fact that they kind of like tap into the royalty aspect of her with this design. Like, now you can look at her and you go, oh yeah, that's like, she's actually royalty, that's right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's Hilde. It's always good just to have her. It's great she's back. Look at her go! She's so cool! Look at her doing that! Oh, spin, yes!
Oh lordy. So Ryman,
Yes, stab her!
you don't know anything about this character, right?
That is correct.
I kind of feel like we should explain a little bit about how Hilde plays for people who aren't familiar with her, like Mr. Ryman.
Okay.
Because
You first.
no, you first. You first.
I feel like a good way to put her is she's an interesting playstyle. Because she had, well, we don't know if that's the case for this game yet, but in 4 and 5, her A and B attacks can be held down and charged into specific moves.
Oh.
So that's an interesting thing that's, like, unique to her.
Yeah,
So wait, she's a charged character?
In a way, kind of with those things. Like, it's the only 2 things she can't charge. It's not like she can hold, like, down and be, like Guile and Street Fighter can hold down for a while and then be like, flush kick, you know?
Yeah, the thing is, like with a typical charge character, you're holding the direction, but with her, you're holding like the attack buttons. And yeah, so for instance, if you hold like A for 1 second, you get like get a charge horizontal attack. Hold it for 2 seconds, you get a different charge attack. Hold it for 3 or 4 seconds, you get the most powerful charge attack. So yeah, she was a very interesting character. I could never kind of grasp the whole charge mechanic. Like it can be very fiddly. For instance, if you're like charging A, let's say you've been holding A for 4 seconds, then you accidentally let it go while you're still in an animation, then you lose the entire charge.
Yep.
There's also no indication what charge you're at. So maybe you've been like waiting for 3 seconds, but you didn't wait long enough and you get like a level 2 charge instead, which is a very different move. So I just found it like, I don't know. I like the character, I never could play as her because I just find that entire thing kind of fiddly.
I also want to say, like, I was never amazing at the character because, unfortunately, SoulCalibur 4 and 5, I didn't play a whole ton of them each. And when I did kind of mainly just stick to Siegfried because I was like, oh, I know this character. That's fine for this session. But she was a character that I tried to pick up and learn. And for SoulCalibur 6, I'm absolutely gonna like do crazy labbing with her. I really want to learn her this time around.
I feel like there's one thing we need to address here.
Is it
Okay.
design related?
It's where is it? I think it's around here. Like what does she have against Nightmare? Because Jesus Christ. I mean, look at this. Look at this.
If I remember right, Nightmare is someone who did like some pretty bad stuff to her kingdom.
And he deserves this.
Yes?
Oh God! Like she
I think
just.
I'm fairly certain he's responsible for like murder of like her parents or something like that.
I don't remember her entire storyline. I'm pretty sure her father's still alive, but he's
Okay.
kind of malfested and locked up.
Oh.
Yeah, that might be that. Yeah, I would probably be a little mad at Nightmare for that too. Look at her! Look at that! Just look at. Oh my god! This looks so good.
There's another thing we kind of need to talk about in regards to Hilde.
Okay.
She's kind of a controversial character, and she had this thing called Doom combo in SoulCalibur 4, and I tried to record this myself yesterday for the video. I could not get it right. I'm pondering if it was patched out because I just couldn't get all the moves to connect.
I believe the final patch SoulCalibur 4 got did patch it up, but I could be wrong.
But even though I wasn't able to record it in SoulCalibur 4, I did record it in SoulCalibur 5. So let's take a look at the Doom combo in SoulCalibur 5. This is gonna be pretty exciting. Hope you guys are excited. That's basically the Doom combo.
What?
That's just Hilde at her peak. Perfect balance.
Okay, this is like slightly modded, but the thing is...
No. This is the buff they gave her in one of the patches. They thought this was actually okay, and I agree with them. I think this was a brilliant move. It made you use a different move with Hilde for once.
But the thing is, in SoulCalibur 4 you could essentially do this. I mean, it was part of a rather long combo, like a 6-move combo or something, but it was all one guaranteed combo, and it would bring them out from further distances than this. It was insane.
Yeah. I think what I'm mostly sad about is like that stigma kind of still follows the character. And I think that's a shame because she is a really cool character. But I do understand that that combo was really, really annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, I've seen quite a few people. I've seen some people be worried that she'll be overpowered, but the thing is, she wasn't overpowered in 5, as far as I know.
No, in 5 she was. I feel like she was actually very toned down. Like, she wasn't like low tier, not even close, but she was definitely someone I would call balanced in 5.
But I can understand how people could have been frustrated by her in 4. We looked at some like tournament footage from 2009 earlier today with SoulCalibur 4, and it was silly seeing a Hilde player. She literally only went for the Doom combo the entire time, and she reached like losers finals in the tournament, which is pretty far.
And that made me really sad because I'm like, you have so many more moves you can do with this character.
Yeah.
So many more cool things. Like this! Thank you, Hilde, for demonstrating that amazing move again.
So yeah, she's a little bit controversial back in SoulCalibur 4, but I kind of doubt they'll have a Doom combo thing in this.
She'll be fine in this one.
I
She'll be
kind
good, but she won't be able to ring you out from anywhere. They won't
think-
allow that again.
It would have been pretty funny. It would have been pretty funny if her CE was a Doom combo. I would be okay with the CE being the Doom combo. That would have been pretty funny.
Yeah, that would be like it, but then again, they'll just make people scream even more.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Look at her! Again, look at her! It's Hilde! It's her!
It is Hilde, I think. Maybe,
It
potentially.
is!
So, there's some stuff in this trailer I want to talk about. So we briefly talked about how she used to play. I think this trailer might have some big hints as to how they've changed the charge mechanic.
First, should we like talk about her design a little bit, since it's like just a little more in depth?
Sure.
One point of the design I kind of want to point out, because I mean everyone else has pointed that out.
Hold on. Is it this? Is it this?
Yeah.
Is it this?
Like I still think this is actually a good design. I do like this design, but I don't get Sectus, please.
Sorry.
What's the matter? Distracted?
A little tiny bit, yes. When you go
Ooh,
like
the three wolves here too.
that's actually kind of neat. But I find it silly that they make like a separation to show. Oh yes, this is like a boot plate. I don't know. Just looks a bit silly to me. I like the rest pretty fine, but just that part's just a bit silly.
It's kind of funny because when you go to the interwebs and look at various discourse people are having about Hilde, like 90% of it is about the boob armor.
It does. It sticks out.
It's making me a little bit sad because like this trailer like hints at some huge gameplay changes to Hilde, which we'll get into after this. But yeah, like most people are just talking about this. They're not talking about the gameplay stuff, which I feel is a little bit silly.
That is a shame because there are big changes that are interesting about it. Other than that, though, like I love the code. Like I love the code.
Yeah,
that
I think
looks so cool.
I think it's cool they gave her a more regal look overall, but I also do agree that the that this looks silly. Like it just looks like two balloons on like sculpted onto the breastplate.
Yeah, and that's. The rest is great.
I don't mean to delve too much into this topic, but after reading so many people talk about it, it's actually kind of an interesting topic overall, because if you look at real historical armor designs, there are actually quite a bit which didn't go for just being completely practical. They did try to like emphasize like the male form. For instance, if you go back and look at like ancient Greek ceremonial armor, that would usually have like a peak physical male form like sculpted onto the arm itself and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So this would kind of potentially kind of fit in if there were more like female knights throughout history. Like maybe they would have tried to make armor which like kind of like emphasize the female form in some way.
No, that's a fair point actually.
But anyway, this still looks
it still looks really odd, especially since they need to do that in 4 or 5. So not sure why they do it now, but
yeah, I kind of feel like if they wanted to go for some kind of boob armor, I feel like it would be okay if it was just like a little bit more subtle. But this is just two melons. It looks a little bit silly. But yeah, we were gonna talk about stuff in the trailer about the gameplay. Yes. So I can't remember.
It's a new intro.
Yeah, I think so. Can't remember where stuff is happening.
That's a charge move.
There's one specific moment I wanna try to find.
That's. Oh my god, that looks so cool! That looks so cool!
Okay, this. Let's see.
I love her hair. Sorry.
Oh, you and your fanboyism.
So
look, I'm just really happy she's here, okay?
So
I'm really happy.
when I first watched this trailer, and then I heard her voice, and it's like, that doesn't seem to fit.
Oh yeah, I guess we really haven't talked about that, but I think it sounds like the same voice actors, but it kind of sounds like they maybe told her to speak in more high-pitched voice. I don't know.
I am 99.9% sure that this is still Julianne Taylor from SoulCalibur 4 and 5. But just very obviously being directed to sound younger because it's a younger Hilde.
It's kind of silly because if you look at the Japanese trailer, she doesn't sound high-pitched there.
Yeah, I wonder why. I also think it's a shame because it does sound like she's not as comfortable in that pitch with the voice. Like, she doesn't sound bad. I still think she sounds good. But it does sound like she's having a bit of a struggle with that pitch exactly.
She doesn't sound like posh and upper class enough for how she looks. that was what threw me off.
Well, she's never been that kind of
No, she's always been more like a warrior type than like a princess type.
If you play 4 or 5, she's just gonna scream at you for 20 hours, and it's the best.
Yeah,
I love it.
But yeah, like I was gonna talk about what's happening right there because I think this is very much her activating Soul Charge. Like these are the Soul Charge colors and everything. So what you see happening here is that it's kind of hard to like zoom in and show, but for instance, like here you can see sword and also the scabbard starts glowing red.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, it's too many particle effects happening at the same time. It's kind of hard to highlight specific things. But like, I think she now already lost the glow on the sword, right?
Yeah, sword's not glowing.
And now there's this blue glow on the spear. So I am pretty darn certain they've now added glows to the sword and spear to indicate that they've been charged, and also Soul Charge will instantly charge up.
Thank you, Namco. Thank you, Project Soul. Thank you. That really helps.
But there's even more stuff shown here. I think there's one thing earlier on.
Oh, that's really nice.
I think it's. Oh yeah, there it is.
Look at that! Oh, look at that jump.
So here, sword is glowing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing a jumping attack, and also this jumping attack doesn't look like a charge attack at all, right?
Yeah, this looks pretty normal.
The thing is, like, whenever she does a charge attack, there's usually a big particle effect to indicate, hey, it's a charge attack. But this looks like a plain attack. She still retains the charge, which would be impossible in earlier games. You could not do an A attack and still have the charge, like a normal A attack and still have the charge. That's different.
A very good change that I welcome.
And then she does a lethal hit here, and then like right here. So now she's doing a charge attack because you can tell with the particle effect here.
Yeah.
And you can also tell like the
yeah, that's an animation I'm familiar with.
Like the glow effect. Well, that's glowy trail, but the glow effect on the sword itself is gone. So you lose the glow immediately as the charge attack starts.
I'm fairly certain that's the fully charged A attack from the SoulCalibur 4 and 5 she did there at the end.
Yeah, it is. I did like compare yesterday.
I think at some point during that her hair started glowing yellow. She's a Super Saiyan.
I like Dragon Ball. I'm into that.
I want to say there's another point in this where she does charge thingy thing. Actually, no, I think it was just only those two moments I want to highlight. But anyway, like it's making me ponder how this can be changed. Like specifically the bit where she does she does like a normal A move while the A the A button is charged up, because that would be completely impossible in 4 and 5. It makes me ponder: is there any chance they've reworked the system to be kind of like with Divine Force for Cassandra?
I could see them do that. Also, maybe to try to make her a little bit more beginner-friendly, perhaps, in a way. Like, you still have options, so you don't lock yourself out of options just because you want to charge a move entirely all the time.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Like, maybe it's just more straightforward. Maybe you do specific moves to charge your weapons, and then you do specific input to use that charge, rather than having to like hold down the buttons all the time.
I could see them to go about it like that.
It would be a huge change. I think I personally would be okay with it, because I always found the entire thing of holding A and B to be kind of fiddly.
It is fiddly, but if you can somewhat get it down, it's rewarding. It's really rewarding.
Fiddle diddle.
Because, for instance, if it does work the exact same way as the early games, and let's say that it does give you a charge when doing Soul Charge, which is shown here. I'm not sure if I remember exactly where it's shown.
It's soon. I believe it's soon. I think it's after this one?
Isn't this too late in the trailer? Isn't this basically near the end now? Just like a CE? I think this is CE.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Here it is. So if this was like SoulCalibur 4 or 5 Hilde, and let's say she does get full charge after Soul Charge, if you did this in 4 and 5, and if you weren't holding A or B while this was happening, you would lose the charge immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a charge and you're doing an animation and you let go, you lose a charge.
And it hurts. It hurts really badly when you mess up like that and you lose your charge. You're like, oh, right, oh.
I also kind of feel like the netcode would make things even more frustrating, because I kind of feel like the way they've made the netcode in this feel okay is that I feel like they put a bigger emphasis on buffering moves, like do moves during animations and then they'll come out after you like finished whatever animation you're doing. But with Hilde, like, it's super important to never accidentally let go of those buttons while you're doing an animation. So I kind of feel like if they rework that, then she'll also work better with the netcode in 6, I think.
Which, yes, please, I need to set this up with her.
Oh no! But this is something I'm really curious about. They've definitely done some big changes to this, because, like, for instance, you get charge from doing soul charge. But yeah, I'm really curious how this works in detail.
I love that pose. Sorry, I'll snap out of it eventually.
No, you won't.
No, I really won't. I'm just so happy she's here, and she's the first character of the season. Oh my word, yes.
And like, this is not surprising, but here we have confirmation she'll have a Soul Chronicle, and like you can use her outfit stuff in creation mode.
Something I again just want to really praise Project Soul for. They bother with story for characters. Only 2B has missed out on it, but so far they bothered with anyone else, and I really appreciate that.
Okay, guys. So, alright, as part of considering what happened with Cassandra.
Oh no, it's fading away. No, Ryman!
Oh no! So yeah, considering what happened with Cassandra, do we think that as part of this creation part set that's supposed to be coming with her, do we think she'll get her old knightly costume as part of that?
Yes, I think so.
Like how Cassandra got her SoulCalibur 4 look as part of that?
I absolutely think so, yeah.
I think I'll be very surprised if we don't. I'll be disappointed if we don't, because I can't. I think this look is cool, but I want a full armor look, like in 4 or 5. I think having one of those return would be really neat.
Yeah, I do like the design she has here, but I still prefer like 4 and 5 design wise.
So yeah, it would be cool if they just gave us both.
I would love for the SoulCalibur 5 outfit. I love that one so much.
And by the way, like the creation part sets here, they're actually completely separate from the characters. Like they will also be released as separate DLC from the characters.
Oh, okay.
I think these are basically the same as the creation sets we got in season 1. They'll just be released at the same time as the character.
That actually makes this pass a pretty good deal.
Yeah, so this is basically 8 different DLC things, like 4 characters and 4 creation sets. Like that's how it'll be released.
I'm okay with this.
Okay. And look, one of the DLCs even comes with me.
Oh no, you faded away, Ryman. Oh no.
I want the Ryman DLC. Oh, Ryman, what? I want the Ryman DLC.
Do you have more thoughts about her gameplay? Any theories as to how the charge thingy could work now?
My best guess is kind of like how you said it, like that maybe they do have the traditional method in that you can like charge it up manually. Maybe there's a way to like store it if you like maybe cancel it with guard and like go to the button, then maybe you can store it like that. I don't know, that's a theory. Or that, or like Divine Force, like with Cassandra, like the more offensive you are, the more you hit what specific weapon type, then that'll become more and more charged up.
They actually don't show too much charge stuff. I think there are like 3 clips in all of this where they show charge stuff. So it's kind of wish we saw more. I want to see more gameplay.
I just want her released. I just want a date. Give me her right. I will play test her for you, Project Soul. I'll do it for free. Oh my word! I need this right now.
Speaking of which, they did not announce any release date for this, but I still think...
Yes, they did. It's coming soon.
Shut up, Ryman.
But I still think, like, I go into detail with it in the previous podcast, but I still think it's going to be 28th of November, because that just matches up perfectly.
Ryman,
like, yeah, I'll just like quickly go through it again. Like, 28th of November, the game will get a permanent discount, at least in Japan. And if you look back at Tekken 7, the same day it got a permanent discount is when Season 2 started for Tekken 7.
So far away. I need her
It's
now.
it's a few weeks.
I need her now, Ryman. I can't wait more weeks for this. I waited a year for her just to show up.
I will say one thing. I'm pretty excited for Hilde to come out, but maybe they've gone like a little bit overboard with the particle effects on her.
Yeah. As much as I love her, there's maybe a little too much going on.
I definitely think it's a good change to have the sword and spear glow when they have charge. Like that is a very good change, but otherwise, the other particle effects I kind of feel like are unnecessary. Just it's so over the top.
Sometimes I can't keep track of where the opponent is hit.
Yeah,
And that's even in a trailer here, so that's a little bit. Hopefully they might even tone it down, or else hopefully some modders can do it a little bit.
yeah. I've actually been pondering about that. Like I think I would be interested in a mod which just tones down particle effects overall in the game.
That force field, like, why did she make a force field?
For protection.
I mean, yes, but she's already launching the opponent. She doesn't really need to protect herself from an opponent she launched.
And speaking of the release date thing, during the presentation where Okubo revealed Hilde, he did say that like the release date for Hilde would be announced very soon. But then again, very soon could mean a lot of things for.
To be
companies.
was very soon when she was revealed in late October, and she first showed up in December.
I swear, soon is like the favorite word of all these game companies. It's always soon, soon.
Yeah, I don't like that word because it's never soon.
Never soon enough.
Okay, shall we look at Hilde from every SoulCalibur game? All the Hildes?
Sure.
I could look at her all day.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with this. Is that normal speed?
Oh, you.
This is the first Hilde we ever saw.
Wow, you're taking me back in time.
This is such an early look at Hilde. They didn't actually use this Hilde. This is like the first gameplay trailer ever released for SoulCalibur 4 back in 2007 E3.
All right, the swords look stupid in this game. Siegfried looks stupid.
Oh, it's gonna be
Oh,
Hilde.
that's not Hilde, that's a butt.
But this is Hilde.
Yeah, that's Hilde. She's lagging a bit at the red, though.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because this is kind of a different look for Hilde. Like they,
Wow, she looks generic.
like they
Wow.
redesigned her quite a bit for the final game. But it's kind of fun seeing like this design.
She just looks like a Libra Souls opponent.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, okay, she has her beauty mark already, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a check.
So yeah, she's lacking her like half cape and like the outfit underneath the armor had a lot of red on it, and that's just missing here.
Wow, she looks generic. Yeah, they did some wonders.
Yeah, there's even more of Hilde throughout this trailer.
I'm surprised you managed to find a trailer for such an old game that was actually running at 60 FPS.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that as well. Like, this is a trailer from 2007. It runs at 60 FPS, which is pretty neat.
Wow. I'm still
should
amazed how
pull this
good
down.
this game looks.
Yeah, it holds up pretty well. There we go, prototype Hilde.
She just looks like she just look. Can we go back a little bit? Have her on screen where she hits Ivy a little bit, like pause on that. No, it's the other stage.
Oh, this there, okay.
There, a little bit further ahead.
A little bit further.
Pause. It just looks like one of these armor suits came to life. Like, I love Hilde, but oh boy, they did some miracles when they.
I still think this Hilde looked cool. I mean, she does look generic, right? But I still think like this,
Yeah, like
this looked cool when she was
the
announced
base
like this.
design, like the idea of it is really neat, but the finalization they did is even better because it gives some character.
Yeah, that is like the very, very, very first look at Hilde.
Siegfried, you have your SoulCalibur 3 face, my dude.
And I think that's basically.
Whoa.
I think that's the only like major change they did to a character this game, like during marketing.
Siegfried's hair got changed. That's like that style is more in line with SoulCalibur 3.
Oh, really? I thought it looked
I
like it
think
before.
so. Then again, it doesn't look as refined, so that might be why.
Yeah.
That's... Oh, wow, they already got Roger the Dub? No, that's Link. That's not
Sure
Roger at
is.
all. That's just Link.
I recognize that. Yeah, anywhere.
Exactly.
Nightmare.
He's
Here
also
for-
voiced by Link. Are my hands on fire, help? Yeah.
SoulCalibur
Or...
4.
So yeah, she went from that, and then in the final game, she looked more like this. I think I still think this is my favorite Hilde design in the series.
She looks so cool.
I think there's like there's an animal I think that's part of her motif. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Well, she's from Wolf Krone.
Woof.
Arf. But yeah, she
Also,
looks... This is such a big upgrade.
And to
from
go
the beta
back
design.
to the topic of earlier about the boob armor, I kind of feel like something like this looks a lot better.
Yeah, that looks way more natural as well. Like, I know that's a odd word to pick, but it just looks more natural in a way.
And then in SoulCalibur 5, she looked like
And
this.
this is my personal favorite look for her.
Actually got a bit of a haircut.
I really like that fur scarf. Looks
Yeah,
really
this
neat.
doesn't look bad.
And again, like, just I really like the combination of like red and silver and all of that, and yeah, just
It works.
It works really well.
Oh.
Call!
Barbecue time.
And then 6.
It's still good. It's just not as good as 4 or 5 for me.
It's a very different type of look. Like they definitely wanted to like showcase her more like a princess or queen in this. While in 4 and 5, I feel like she's more of a warrior type with her look.
Yeah, I do love that coat though. I really like that coat.
Yeah, I think this design is pretty cool overall. And then we have in-game graphics.
Look at her.
Before.
Look at her. Oh,
I'm looking.
good. Keep looking.
Woof.
Go down. Go to the right.
Woof.
Go to the right. Up. Left.
No woof.
Left.
Can't find my woofs. Oh.
Oh yes.
And then SoulCalibur 5.
Still really good.
I should point out that I was lazy. I couldn't be bothered to set up an Xbox or PS3, so I took this in an emulator, which doesn't render the graphics completely correct. Like, for instance, here there's no AA. The game is supposed to have AA.
I see.
Does she have a tan?
And I've personally tested SoulCalibur 5 in the Xbox 360 emulator. It doesn't boot.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, that's a bit of a blessing in disguise.
It struggles quite a
True.
bit in PS3 emulator too, but 4 runs really well in the emulator. So they've they definitely tweaked her like face quite a bit between 4 and 5.
I think I prefer 4, actually.
Also, her red eyes are way more pronounced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
it-
like 6 is aiming more for like SoulCalibur 4's eye colors, because I don't think 6 has like as really pronounced red eyes. Also like how the wolf on the helmet went to a caw.
Yeah, and then we have 6.
Yeah, they definitely went for the SoulCalibur 4 eyes color.
It looks more brown here than red.
It also
I
looks
really
like they've redesigned the face yet again.
Yeah, they have absolutely have, but I think it came out good. It looks like Hilde.
Have another comparison. 4 and 6.
Oh yeah, they. But it still looks like her.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this might be the character they've redesigned the most face-wise out of the entire cast.
Surprised they actually managed to stick so close, because you would think that would maybe be a bit too much, but no.
Yeah, it's going to be very curious to see if she gets like the knight costume in 6 and how she looks in that in 6.
I really hope so. That would be amazing. I do kind of fear they might go for her SoulCalibur 4 alt because her SoulCalibur 4 alt hair is already in the game. Like the long hair she has in that alt costume is already in 6. Which will always make me
that's true.
sad because that just felt like such a tease.
Or
But I hope they go for armor.
one thing. I wonder if they would do it like they'd give her her armor, but not the helmet, so they could keep the hair.
Nah, I think they'll go all the way. I can't imagine they would.
Yeah,
I mean, they might, but yeah, I want the helmet to be along if they go for the suit of armor. I really do like the new hairstyle, though.
It's
Really like it.
like in this comparison, it's kind of funny, specifically looking at the armor, like looking at the breastplate, because it's
so much better in
Yeah.
4.
it just balloons
much,
right here.
It's much better in 4.
Addendum time! Oh, panic,
Oh.
panic, panic!
Really? Addendum time?
So, I don't know if I'll be putting this in the middle of the podcast or at the end of the podcast. Either way, the podcast we recorded was kind of wonky because my computer would freeze repeatedly when I tried to upload or do anything with the video file, and then like 24 hours later, after doing various hard drive tests, I figured out, oh yeah, this hard drive has bad sectors on it, and the bad sectors are exactly where the podcast was recorded.
Of course.
Now then, the hard drive does seem to be fine, except for those 2 bad sectors, and also, unless I'm mistaken, 2 bad sectors apparently is only around 1K of data, which means the podcast is actually just fine. So the plan is that I'll upload the video as is, then I'll splice in this footage with us babbling, and we'll also look at some new stuff, because new stuff did get released before, in the meantime of us trying to get this podcast uploaded and everything.
It was all a plan.
New stuff, nice.
Ugh.
Hey, more Hilde stuff. Yay!
Yes. So, for instance, a press site, Gematsu, uploaded high-res screenshots of Hilde, so we can look at those. And here we go.
Oh,
She looks pretty darn good, if I may say so. Wow, wow. Okay, I just had to include this, okay? I
Hell
could never
no
get...
fury of such fury that I feel right now.
I could never get high-res assets of Cassandra because Namco never uploaded them, except to the Facebook. They uploaded high-res screenshots of Cassandra to the Facebook. Nowhere else. Like, they did not upload this to the press sites, they uploaded it to Facebook. I am so very confused.
Don't you guys have Facebook?
No.
Yeah, this is Cassandra. She looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how Cassandra is like in SoulCalibur 6.
She looks better than Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't like who she's kicking.
I like kind of like that she's kicking her butt specifically. She's kicking
I don't
Sophia's
like
butt.
that she's kicking Sophia.
You know, Cassandra, you're not supposed to kick your butt literally.
But
That's a good-
I feel like we can make this somewhat relevant to the Hilde stuff, because we didn't really talk much about how they've been designing the DLC characters overall in the first version of the podcast thing. Thing is, like, the way they've designed Amy and Cassandra is that they basically took like Amy from SoulCalibur 4, Cassandra from SoulCalibur 4 as base, and then they just added a lot onto it. I kind of feel like Cassandra and Amy are probably the most in-depth characters in SoulCalibur 6 when it comes to just having a gigantic moveset. I'm kind of wondering if they'll do the same with Hilde, just use her like 5 versions as base and just add a ton of stuff to it.
I'm okay with that.
I'm almost okay Cassandra ended up being DLC just because of how crazy they went with her moveset, because it is... You can do stuff with her moveset. Like, you can do almost everything she
You can do
it for
too
and
much. She
more.
needs a nerf.
Like, she can kick Sophia's butt. Best character.
Oh.
Best character. Oh, and
She's
also really
OP.
cool to see.
Bzz.
Wow, so many screenshots.
I still like her. Oh,
You still like her?
design.
Yeah, it's a cool design. And it's this character.
Yay!
Okay.
Hilde, 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 Hilde. Wolf Crone.
Wolf Kroner.
Hilde.
Oh.
She looks so good. Oh.
Yeah, it's nice to see this in actual good quality because the trailer we looked at wasn't that great quality.
Look at her, Ryman.
I'm
Look at her.
looking. I'm looking.
Oh.
For Ice Wave.
This is the happiest day of my life.
I think one interesting thing. Actually, I wanna compare something. Is it this set? Oh, yeah, this is the right set. So I look at like this. So this is her in 4. This is her in 5. Her in 6.
Emulated.
So yeah, I kind of feel like one change they've done is that what's the opposite of glossy?
Matt?
Matte?
Yeah, Matt.
Well, I guess they've then made her armor in 6 very matte. Like in 4 and 5, it's very glossy, it's very reflective, but in 6, especially in this screenshot we're looking at, it looks very matte. Very,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that it is fairly. It's very toned down. In
Yeah, I
terms
feel
of
like
shininess.
I wonder if that was like a deliberate choice or some kind of technical limitation.
It seems deliberate. I think
Made
that's
possible
intentional.
by the advanced materials handling of Unreal Engine 4.
Huh.
Because I kind of liked how shiny it was in like 4. That also makes me
Yeah.
curious if they bring back her 4 or 5 outfit. Will that be less shiny?
I think
Hmm.
so.
The plot thickens.
But
I think it will be
it
less
still
shiny.
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's still for like the most part. I absolutely love the design. Still love the royalty aspect being tapped into. I love the coat. Still really badass addition.
Yeah, I just like how I don't know how just how dense it is with stuff. Like she's just there's just so many layers to it.
Yes, it's. Oh look! Yes, she's up. Oh.
Oh, and this is one of the super high res ones. Good. I think this is like beyond 4K.
Hold me, Ryman. Look at her, Ryman.
I'm looking.
Why is she wearing silhouettes for armor boots?
Yeah, did you do that in?
No, I think that's new.
Yeah, the people complaining about the boop plate, they were also complaining about high heels.
I don't think there is.
I could swear she had high heels in 4 and 5 as well.
We'll have to bring up the renders. Oh yeah,
Oh,
kinda in 4.
No, those aren't high
Mm.
heels.
I suppose
Yeah.
not.
What about 5? Oh, that no.
No.
Going back to the picture.
There we go. But I mean, just look at
Yeah, I don't know. It's very detailed outfit. Like I like that. It's very.
It's
there's a lot
Hilde.
of- lot of stuff going on. I like that.
It's Hilde. Oh no! Oh. I'm just surprised her hair alphas actually look pretty good.
Yeah, like that's another thing. Like her hair looks good. I like that's a problem with many characters in 6 where they've just like basically copy and pasted one of the hairstyles and textures from 4 and 5, and the alphas don't render correctly in 6, so they look poopish. But I kind of feel like this has to be like, well, this is definitely a new hair mesh, right? Like no one
Absolutely,
had this hairstyle before,
Gee.
so
it's new.
I'm kind of thinking like they designed this hair mesh and texture in mind with the limitations of, hey, there's no proper alpha, so let's just make it look good with no alphas.
And it looks really nice. It's a good hairstyle. I like it.
Also, the more I look
Also, Astaroth is just awkwardly there in the background.
Oh yeah.
Hello. How are you?
Also, the more I look at it, the more I'm fine with the whole silly boob arbor thing. Like it's such a minor part of the entire design.
Yeah, I mean, I notice it's there, but I mean, it doesn't take away from that. The majority of this costume is really neat,
There's just so much stuff going on in the outfit.
and it's still like it still has that whole like characteristic of like Hilde is like the one that's really covered up. Like this still keeps that in check.
Wolf Corona. Oh, oh.
The howling has
For
begun.
homeland.
Careful, master! Wolves!
Wrong game. Oh,
He's stumbling.
looks like she broke it.
Oh God, no, Hilde.
Do you guys know
Hell,
the
her
wolf
bl-
hunting packs?
They're weak to fire.
Hilde.
The wind is pushing me into the clouds again. I feel oh! Hello there, beautiful.
Particles! We like particle effects, don't we?
They look
like them
better in
when
screenshots than in motion.
Yeah.
Like here they just look fancy. I'm not really like it. They're not blinding me as trying to tell what he's doing.
Here the hair alpha looks a little less fancy, but still good.
I mean, this still looks freaking amazing compared to characters like, was it like Siegfried had one of the worst alphas, if I recall?
We don't talk about him.
Like this looks fine, like even here, I would say.
We don't talk about Siegfried's hair alphas. I mean, Sectus, I'm sorry to say this, but like also Cassandra's hair alphas.
What did you say?
Okay, they're actually okay here. Is it like the broken hairstyle that I'm thinking about? It might be the broken hairstyle.
Maybe it depends on the lighting. Like it definitely doesn't look as good as with Hilde.
It might be the broken hairstyle because I think that one has like some pretty bad alphaing going on.
Well, I mean, I feel like this does have like a weird like outline kind of to parts of it, like a black outline, which doesn't really fit.
Yeah.
I feel. If I recall, we did like compare hairstyle to the one in 4, and it did look like this mesh is based on the one from 4.
That would explain a lot then.
But yeah, I mean, also, I mean, I don't know. This looks okay. Like it looks really bad on specific characters, and then you have stuff like this, which looks like pretty good actually.
Yeah, this is surprisingly good. Especially like that shot with Astaroth is like extremely good.
Ugh.
That's another shot where the hair alphas look really nice.
I think this is also super high res.
Oh.
Why do I see pixels?
Shush!
Those are filtered.
Shush!
I don't
It's
know,
Hilde.
because you're zooming way, way, way in.
It's Hilde. It's good.
Is this
It's
again
also
like
cool.
Nightmare getting stabbed in
Yeah,
the thingy area?
this is Nightmare. She's really upset at Nightmare.
Yeah, I
That's a
guess.
nightmare we're all living in.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, wow. Ooh, the lighting looks really nice here. Oh, wow.
Yeah, is this part of a sea? I want to say like lighting can become different during a sea.
I think so.
Very
Oh, my.
angry.
Jeez, that looks neat on her. Wow, holy crap.
Ooh,
Arf!
particle effects.
Arf!
Her CEA does howl during it.
That's neat. I like it.
Also super high res.
Can I get access to her already? I want to play as her. Thank you.
And
Please.
then artwork at high resolution. Clown.
Clown! Still love how the characters are drawn.
Yeah, I think this is one of the the best ones so far.
Looks incredible. It's weird it's high heels, but again, minor. I can live with it. It doesn't take away from like just everything else. Like there are just a lot of great design choices on it.
I have also some
And the
more.
code! The code! It's so cool!
Yeah, it is. It is pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
I'll never get over that.
So we also have some other stuff I can show off, like this.
It's a
Oh.
separate piece! Oh, yes! Oh,
this
that gives me so many
shows
ideas.
the critical items you get with Hilde.
Oh, I'm so happy it's the code is a separate piece. Oh, that gives me so many ideas.
Oh yeah, this is like super separated. Like this is really cool. I also like that. I'm very happy about this. Like the armor is separate, basically.
Yep.
You have a version of this without the armors. That's super neat. Like that.
Oh my god, this alone just gives me ideas. I love it.
And like two
I like-
hairstyles.
I like the broken hairstyle already. Kind of reminds me of SoulCalibur 5 a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
It looks like it's kind of like with Sophia, the broken hairstyle has the braids like loosened.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh, the man can get the tiara.
Oh.
I can make FluffyQuack in SoulCalibur with a crown.
Ooh. Except, isn't there already a huge crown you can use?
Yeah, this is better. Because it's a tiara.
The tiara of Goku.
Goku?
Spreading.
Is that also like two versions of the boots? Actually, no. Those, yeah, you just have to. They're just separate pieces, like the pants and boots, basically.
That's really good with how they're splitting it all up.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
That is really good.
So, for instance, if you wanted like a Hilde, like if you wanted this design with no armor, like you can
Bam.
you can do that.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
You can fix her, so to speak, if that's the term.
And if
Is
you
that
wanted
the term?
the weird people who hate the coat, you can remove the coat entirely.
How can you hate that code? Look at it.
I know.
It's so
I'm
cool.
looking.
Thank you.
And then her weapons.
I recognize. Oh wow! I like this Lencia.
Forever.
Forever. Scorpion is back. That's good.
Get over here.
Someone said she has a joke weapon here. What's a joke weapon?
I don't see the joke weapon.
I don't know what of these would qualify as a joke weapon.
Like the bottom one, I was like almost thinking like, is that like wood? But it looks like gold plate metal. So I don't think that's a joke weapon actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait,
She's a woman.
I'm sorry. Paid DLC 7 bullets playable character.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have mentioned that this is all from the Japanese website, and I use Google Translate on this stuff. So I should have mentioned that.
Confirmed for SoulCalibur.
So you can't buy this DLC with money. You have to pay in bullets.
Yeah, well, time to buy a gun.
If I recall, I also included a Google Translate version of her backstory.
Oh, I'll move out of the way.
Okay.
I'm kind of sad because I think this, for the most part, got translated pretty well.
Hilda?
Oh yeah, maybe
Hilda?
is that why the narrator says Hilda? Because like in Japanese, it is spelled with A.
Maybe. All right, narrator, you're forgiven.
The girl may have been too active.
Maybe. We don't know.
She does scream a lot.
Hilda sometimes escapes the vassal's eyes and goes out to the field with the children of the commoner, even when he should study hard in the castle. It was often. There's some Google Translate here.
It is not easy for a small country to remain independent in a torrent of European history.
Diplomatic techniques, people's beliefs, the qualities required of the royal family varied, but the power to protect themselves from foreign enemies, that is, high armed forces, was the most important element.
The guards were also stunning.
Good to know.
Is still the story just going to be going, her meeting up a guard and being like, oh my god, you're stunning.
When the end came in a happy girlhood, her true preparedness was about to be tested.
Okay. Namco, please do not translate the game to English. We'll just use Google Translate. It'll be fine. It'll be amazing. It's fine. Oh, this is great. Shall we just have a podcast where I Google Translate all of the backstories from the Japanese
I don't think
website?
I would survive.
This is amazing.
Oh dear.
The gods were also stunning. I can't get over that line. So her guards are just freaking amazing. Does that mean that maybe like the guards will be DLC character 3 and 4 in the season pass?
Stunning Guard 1, Stunning Guard 2. Ah, yes, I am stunning. You may fight me and be stunned.
Stunning guard. Huh.
Okay, this was that was all the extra stuff for us to go through.
Okay.
But yeah, I think this looks super cool. Like I think
Yeah.
they did a good job like putting this apart. And I am curious if and what like SoulCalibur 4 or 5 outfit will be getting as bonus. Hopefully we will be getting one.
I would be sad if we don't.
I'm gonna fight Icewave and say that I would prefer SoulCalibur 4 outfit.
Honestly, I would be happy either way. I'm sorry, Sectus, but I mean, I prefer this, SoulCalibur 5, but I would be happy with either.
I'm trying to remember in 4 and 5. So in 4, her 4 outfit was not something you could customize in create a soul, right?
You could color it.
Yeah, you could only recolor it. You could only recolor it. And could you customize this?
No, you could also only color that.
How did it work again? Was it like only the 2P outfits were officially available in Create a Soul mode?
Yes.
But
But, you know, with SoulCalibur 6, with Amy and Cassandra, they got their 1P outfits that you can now fully customize.
Because I don't have screenshots of it here, but for instance, this outfit, when its armor broken, like she loses like 90% of the armor, and you see a completely different version of this outfit where you see like the red outfit underneath the armor. So it kind of becomes a different outfit, which is neat to see.
And I'm kind of glad that 6 seems to allow you to just be like, hey, if you just want that part, you can do that now.
Yeah, so that makes me hopeful. Like, if we get this outfit, then they do that, where we can basically use this as 2 different outfits, like with and without armor.
They should. And I want this. Please, Namco.
I can't remember how this functioned with armor breaks. Can you remember?
Oh, it's been too long. Sectus, we need to fight. And SoulCalibur 5 now.
We could.
I'll just go into practice mode and check it out later.
Yeah. Maybe I can just write it in the video description, the results.
Yes.
But anyway, I think that's enough of this addendum. Again, I don't know if I'll splice this at the end of the podcast or in the middle of it. But yeah, that's the end of the addendum stuff. Very exciting, very exciting.
okay.
Yes. It's super exciting. Hilde! Yes! The guards are stunning, but she's even more stunning. Oh.
So, like, Hilde was announced during the World Invitational by Okubo. I was thinking maybe it would be like friendly if we reenacted like the scene for people who weren't able to watch that, even though it's right on my channel and people can just watch the video right there.
Like the reveal of her, or Okubo being on stage?
Yeah, like the reveal. So I'll be the voice of Okubo, and you'll be the voice of the other person, right? Icewave, okay?
The other person?
Yes. Yes, because there's other people
I
involved.
knew it!
Oh!
So this is how the reveal happened, live on stage.
I don't remember Okubo looking like that.
No, this is how it looks like. So yeah, well, I'll just get right into it. Whoa, those were crazy finals. I can't believe Shen-chan did a Cervantes move in real life and flew off the stage. Crazy. Unfortunately, that does mean he's disqualified, and I believe that makes the default winner me. Yay, I'm rich. With the victory ceremony out of the way, it's time for the big news. Who will be the first DLC character for SoulCalibur 6's Season 2? Well, I'm proud to announce... I'm proud to announce it's Libella himself, Dom Pierre. Against all odds, he's won every popularity contest, so it felt like a natural choice. I have to be honest though, I'm a bit surprised at his popularity, but our handlebar, Mustachios intern insists the polls were all legit.
In turn,
Nice way.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
The script, I swear?
Shall I do it?
no. It'll just be a minute. Many thanks. Labello is proud to be the poster boy for season 2. I'll be sure to dazzle and mesmerize every player. Masokobo-san, you did get my memo about asking all my moves I-10 right. I have more ideas how to improve my moveset, by the way.
There's a little bit more to this.
Okay, I didn't see this part.
But I need you to take care of this. I need a moment.
Okay, hang on. Okay, I need to do this justice. I have no time for scoundrels wearing silly hats or mustaches. You will all bow before me, your new queen, lest you want to be wrung out this very instant. I demand to be in season 2, right now, for the kingdom of Wolfgron.
So that's how the presentation went. Like, this is exactly how it went live on stage.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh dear, did I go too far?
No.
I think we just killed Ice Waves off, but it's fine, it's fine.
There, Ice Wave. You'll recover.
I should do this for every reveal now.
No, you really shouldn't. You will actually kill me at the end.
I think we have more stuff to talk about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there are these 2 slots.
Right.
Icewave finds these 2 slots very funny. So we now know that this slot here, which is yellow, is representing Hilde.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
And we have pink slot, and we have like gray or dark bluish slot.
I mean, I guess you guys are still assuming that Setsuka is one of these 2?
Yeah.
I still think it's her being the pink one.
I'm trying to like think what the colors could represent, because in the case of Hilde, is it yellow because parts of her armor is yellow?
Yeah, I imagine so, yeah.
There's
Which
another.
is not what I expected.
There's another theory. Let's see. I think I have the picture here. Yeah. I kind of went through more of the sword trails because I noticed Hilde's sword trail in the trail is actually yellow. So maybe it could be sword trail. The problem is though is that
it's changed from game
yeah,
to game.
Yeah, it's yellow for her in 6, but in 4 and 5 it was like a purplish blue.
Oh.
So even though this could be sword trails, like who knows if they like change it for whoever these 2 characters are. And yeah, they change it for a lot of characters between 6 and the other games.
Alright, refresh my memory. Setsuka outfits, any of them pink?
I think I have one of them here.
That's
like,
pretty pinkish.
Like yellow, blue, red, pinkish. Has many colors.
I think pink might be the dominant color here.
I don't think her outfit in 4 was primarily pink, but yeah, I mean, I could easily see them give like have pink be a primary color on her outfit.
Yeah.
But if it is the outfit, then it's kind of a little bit weird that for how Maru, like red is very much a minor color on his outfit, like red hair, otherwise there's no red on his outfit. Well, I guess this is red, whatever it is.
That is the sole reason why they made it red.
So I kind of feel like it's hard to speculate based on the colors because it's a little bit ambiguous, really.
Yep.
Yeah, plus they could just change them. Like, we don't know if it's more that they're tweaked.
But yeah, I mean, disregarding the whole color thing, I think it's super like I mean, they added Hilde. Hilde was a popular missing character. I kind of feel like for the rest of these characters, they'll go for popular missing characters. Like right now, Setsuka by far is the most popular character who's missing in 6. So I think I feel like it's a given. Like this has to be Setsuka right there.
I'll be very surprised if it isn't. That's all I can say.
I think the last slot is a little bit more difficult to guess. Like it could be Yunsung, like he's a fairly popular missing character. I hear some people say that it should be Viola because she did actually get quite a few votes in that one like big popularity poll they had many years ago.
Wouldn't it be weird to have Viola playable in a game where Amy is already playable?
Yeah, like that's that's the reason I think it's someone like Yunsung or Huang instead of Viola, because yeah, Viola would be a little bit weird. Like she's from 5, which is a very recent game in the series story-wise, and like, you already have Amy in the game, and yeah, I kind of feel like she would be a weirder fit than someone like Yunsung.
Yeah. I think it's Setsuka and Youngsung. Or if they go for like Huang
Yeah,
and then just give him Youngsung's moves.
I guess there's also a chance that hey, maybe it's a new character.
I feel like when it comes to the whole Huang Youngsung debate, I see more people asking for Huang on forums and whatnot, which is
I think
Interesting.
it might be due to SoulCalibur 6's place in the timeline, like it's being around the time where Huang is like prevalent.
I think
yeah,
that's a big
I
part
mean,
of it. Yeah,
he's in story scenes in the game already.
It's also I can
He has
I mean,
a
I
voice
can
actor.
I can also remember way back with SoulCalibur 3 and 4, there were also people back then like shouting, "We want Huang back." It was a small amount of people, but still, like there's always been like this small amount of people, small amount of fans who's always been like very passionate about finally getting Huang back. But still, I still think Yunsung is a lot more likely because he's been in more games, and I'm willing to bet there's more people who like play as him than play as Huang.
Ryman?
I did play a little Youngsung back in 2, yeah.
Well, there you go. Ryman's people.
Oh, I have an idea.
Okay.
So this is like a dark gray color, right? Ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Please don't tell me you're thinking about Darth Vader.
No. It's assassin.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It would be fun. It would be fun if they brought back Huang, but he's actually wearing the assassin outfit.
I mean, can he at least speak this time?
Oh,
and
no,
not be
wait,
like,
no.
Hi-ya, ho-ha!
That's the reveal trailer. Like he walks out, you see him wearing the assassin garb, but then he takes it off and it's like, it's actually me, Huang.
Okubo should do that on stage. Do like
me,
Yoshinori
la, la.
Ono. Or he should do like Yoshinori Ono, who sometimes cosplays the character they're about to reveal.
Oh no, wait,
Oh,
no,
God.
better idea. There's a reveal trailer. You see assassin walking out, but then he gets air assassinated by Haytham Kenway.
Ugh.
Don't give Sectus
I
hope.
I don't think that's very likely, Raymond.
Hey, they put Ezio on 5.
I would be okay-ish with Ezio returning, but I would prefer a Legacy SoulCalibur character instead.
Same, because guest characters are not reliable mainstays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
It's-
fun, but they're not
Yeah.
reliable.
It feels silly. I don't know. It feels silly because someone like this, you know, he won't be in SoulCalibur 7. Well, if there is a SoulCalibur 7, so it kind of feels like there's less
Couldn't be.
point in like trying to like use him, like start to like lab him and stuffs. Because you know, like with the next game, he'll just be completely gone.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's often a shame.
Setsuka and Huang or Youngsung.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking.
Yes.
Not me. I won't be in the...
Oh, there
Oh.
is one alternative.
Okay.
There is one alternative.
1. Okay. Oh no!
So that's what was hiding down there all along. Jesus.
Oui, I could be a key. Wait, did you see him earlier?
Yes, I could see the top of his picture. And I was
Huh.
wondering what it was, but I didn't
Wait.
want to say anything.
Was it visible this entire time? Was it like like this or something?
No, a little bit further
I
down.
I couldn't see it.
I couldn't see it.
That's what I could see. I could see that for the longest time.
Whoops.
I didn't want to say anything because I was like, eh.
Well, that was a little bit silly. I actually kind of forgot I had this here to begin with. Oh well, but yeah, it's Daniel. It's Daniel. There we go. It is decided.
Actually, I have a better idea.
What?
Hey there, everybody! I'm here.
Oh lordy.
What is this?
I
Swords and
don't.
souls eternally
I
retold.
don't like how close your crotch is to my head.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know who else could be very likely.
Ah!
We kind of went through this
Not
during
Rock,
the previous
please,
podcast.
Don't. Okay, that's better.
I guess
That's not
Lizardman
better.
has a small chance to be in it. I don't think.
I don't think. Yeah, that's
him.
likely.
That's
Why
super
does
likely.
Young-sung look like he was in Final Fantasy X in this game?
If Namco want people to be mad, they can make Edgemaster one of the slots.
Do you want SoulCalibur to die?
I guess not. Algol, I don't think so. Dampier would be funny, but I don't think.
Dampier is actually something I would actually like Swyback. I actually liked him. Minus the fact you don't zip up your pants probably all. Jesus, I just stop. Oh no!
Zoom out.
Oh, I never know. Oh, this ruins everything. Oh
Do you
no!
still want him back?
No. Yeah, I don't
Yola.
think that's happening.
Oh no.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
burn
go.
him in a pit of fire and burn it and throw acid over him as well. Just get him away.
Die. Okay.
Better. That's better.
Oh,
I
no.
think Tetsuka is definitely part of the past, and then probably Yunsung, but I guess we'll see.
We
Oh.
will.
I'm trying.
I guess it'll be interesting once the Hilde patch is out. Do you think they've been sloppy and the reveals will be in the game itself? Like they're just files mentioning, oh yeah, it is Patroclus, it is Pyrrha.
First of all, stop. Second of all, I hope not because I like being surprised.
Yeah, I think I would feel bad if it's leaked
Yeah.
once again.
Like leaks. I mean, sure, it's cool to know that. Oh wow, this is actually happening. But at the same time, I love that feeling when the developers get to show it off, and it's like it is really brand new stuff that we did not know about.
Yeah.
I still remember. It was for Smash Brothers. It was 2015, and it was when they had to they revealed Lucas, and then Roy and Ryu were coming to the game as well, and then Roy and Ryu leaked a day before their big reveal, and it was just everywhere, and that made me sad because Ryu is a character I really like. So I was like, I would have loved to have been surprised by Ryu.
It does. It's especially in recent years, it does feel like big leaks have gotten a lot more common.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 recently leaked before they got announced at BlizzCon. Guess that's recent examples.
I guess it's because everything is just more and more connected to the internet, and also they marketing teams. They do a lot more stuff in general. They might have merchandise prepared for an event and stuff like that. And it's just more ways stuff can leak these days compared to 10 or 20 years ago.
Wasn't Raphael and Cervantes leaked just because of some play cards?
Well, oh god,
Wasn't it like that?
It would be funny to just have a podcast where we just summarize everything with SoulCalibur 6 got leaked, because it is insane. Cervantes and Raphael, they got leaked at least twice. I'm pretty sure the first time they got leaked is very silly. There was some kind of event, I want to say Australia maybe, where they had a playable copy of SoulCalibur 6, and it kind of just included all the characters.
Oh yeah!
So we got this webcam quality footage of Cervantes and Raphael from a random event. It was very weird.
Kind of weird that yeah. Oh yeah, and then Namco had to take the build down and get another one up.
Yeah, and I think and
Jesus.
the whole playing card, as you mentioned, that's a thing which happened later on. I think
we should make a podcast about that. It could be fun.
I think the playing cards. I think there was a press kit they sent to like press, and it just included cards for Raphael and.
I mean, they should send it to me. I would like that.
It's silly, but yeah, like a lot of that stuff leaked in so many weird and silly ways.
Yeah. Ryu and Roy leaked just because Nintendo released a patch a day early, briefly, and then they took it down. But some people already got their hands on it. So, yeah.
This was supposed to be part of the previous podcast, but then I forgot. It's a pretty minor thing. It's just that I think it's 2 months ago now they updated the the Steam entry for the game with DLC listings, new DLC listings.
Mm-hmm. And now one of them is Hilde, and I'm really happy.
Is there 8? Actually,
No, there's more than 8.
10.
10, yeah. So,
would it?
well, first of all, 8 would be the the separate characters and the creation packs, and then 1 would be the season pass itself, and then we have number 10, which is the question mark.
SoulCalibur 4 and 5's music, I would suppose. That's still missing.
You don't think that would be bundled something? Like in the first season pass?
Maybe a character pack, like creation, like a little extra. Can't imagine much else. We'll see.
It could also be season passes 1 and 2 bundled.
Good call.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's too much to get from this, but at least it's nice to see. Yeah, progress stuff is being added, it's happening.
One of them is now Hilde, so that's awesome. It only leaves 9. Well, 8, because we know one of is Hamaru.
And we can talk about science.
Really?
Yes.
I don't want to see this.
I think we briefly talked about this.
No.
I want to say in the previous podcast this was ongoing. I was doing this experiment where I was streaming a 1 week straight of AI versus AI battles, and I had a tool creating a tier list out of the battles, and now it's finished.
This tier list is bungus.
I don't. Yeah, Voldo kind of just destroyed almost everyone.
Okay, here's the part that I like. Sophia is number 4.
I like that Cassandra's number 3. She was number 2 for a long time, but then Amy managed to get to number 2.
That means your 2 favorites at the top. I think Amy's your favorite. Am I wrong?
Cassandra?
I mean, I know Cassandra is like your favorite, but I think Amy is a favorite too.
I like her. I don't know if she would be my second favorite, but yeah, Amy's pretty neat. Then you have Yoshimitsu high up, Siegfried pretty high up, Geralt.
We're going down to the sad end of the spectrum.
And then, like, the second half of the list, Raphael is pretty far down, very sad. Don't reach the bottom.
Sung Mina didn't even make top 20.
The AI didn't play her very well, Ryman.
Oh yeah, I decided to add the Lizard into the mix because he's playable by the AI and he technically has a unique moveset. So why not? I just
guess he's better than in this game, everybody.
Yeah, he's officially better than Killick. A character who can't use meter is better than Killick. I find that really fascinating, really interesting information.
I find it poop.
At least Killick is really good against Geralt. There's that.
No one in our friend groups uses Geralt. What am I supposed to do with this knowledge?
And then we have Taki, who
Well, okay, Pavimto does, but not always. So it's not like I have a big chance.
The funny thing about Taki is that kind of difficult to see. Oh yeah, there we go. As even her best matchup has a win rate of less than 50%. So that's funny.
Oh man, me and Jacek are just unlucky with our mains in this one.
So yeah, I can link to a video where this info is mentioned, and also it's just like a 12-hour video of AI versus AI matches. Feel free to loop it forever.
I'll fall asleep to it tonight.
I can mention one quick thing about the presentation at World Invitational. It was implied, like it wasn't said outright, but it was very much implied that next year they're gonna have another major, year-long tournament for SoulCalibur 6.
Good. Very good. Very, very good.
And that's all of the notes I had prepared for the podcasting.
I'll quickly check mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I went over stuff as well.
Nothing else to add?
No, I've said it all. Like, it's Hilde. I'm so happy she's here. I'm happy she's gonna be the first character of the past. I need a goddamn release date. I'm about to head outside of my house to find a release date.
I think it's end of this month. I think it's 28th of November.
I'm gonna go to Japan to find a release date. That's a weird laugh, Mr. Nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because you're sped up. That explains a lot to me.
You're pretty lucky that she's the first one because, like, the wait for instance, for Setsuka, I'm gonna bet is at least a half year away.
I feel very lucky. I mean, it feels weird to have my wish granted and her being the first character. But it's the good kind of weird.
I mean, we can like look at the first season pass where the game got released, and then 10 months later we got the last character of season pass 1.
Yeah, I kind of wish we were faster on that front.
So it is very possible, like, if the season pass starts this month, like 10 months from now we'll get this season pass completed. I think that's possible.
Yeah, I wonder when we'll actually see actual in-game footage of Haomaru.
Yeah, it's kind of weird he's only been like a reused NCK cinematic.
Yeah.
This is really fast. Jesus Christ, that's a lot happening.
Well, Hilde has to hurry up, as you said. Can't wait.
Death voice is not helping. Now she just sounds like Minnie Mouse. This is wrong. Sactus, this is all wrong. Whoa.
The nightmare will devour your soul.
Squeaky, squeaky.
There's one more thing we have to talk about. One final thing.
Oh, there's
Okay.
one thing?
One final thing.
Okay.
So, like 2 months ago or something, we did a podcast where we compared all of the critical edge animations in the game.
Yes.
But now there's a new one. There's one new one, and we've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Can I see it again? Oh, okay.
Here we
it is.
go.
So how would this rank?
I do like the idea of like scraping the dagger against the spear to create.
Yeah, that
flame.
looks that part looks really neat.
But I mean, she stabs him right in the dick.
Just as she should. I love. Oh, that's good. I would give this a 9.
I also
wow.
like a nightmare's armor is already broken before it's finished.
Yeah, that happens if it's a KO in the middle of it.
Like, when does it break?
I'm gonna be controversial. I think I prefer her super in SoulCalibur 4.
Oh, there it is. There's the break.
Yeah, you know what? That's right. I gave that a 9, so this will be an 8. Because I did like that fancy throwing that she did in 4. I love that wind post.
Is that the wind post part of the CE?
No, I think
that's
that's
the wind
I
post.
think that's just a new wind post entirely. The camera didn't seem like it moved enough to be just a CE ender.
I think I like the wind post more on the CE. I don't know. I'm not super impressed by the CE. I'm gonna give this like a 5.5. I'm gonna give it a 5.5. Like some parts are cool, but I don't know. It's I think I've seen better.
I have one thing to say to you, Sectus. Scum.
This is a cool wind
Yeah.
post though. I like this wind post.
Yeah, this is really neat. But yeah, I am very confident saying that's a wind post, not a CE post.
I also like the intro pose animation thing.
Yeah, like the new intro and wind
Yeah,
post.
that looks cool as
really-
well.
Got that code. I want that code.
Hilda certainly likes to make sure that you've got the point by pointing.
I want
Looks
to know
like they
more about
got
charge
the
mechanics
point.
now.
Looks like they got the point.
Ugh.
I know the sketch all too well.
Okay, any final words?
Hilde, I'm happy. I need her. I need a release date. Give it now. I want to lap her already. I want to learn this character. Please now. Words hard. 10 out of 10. Best character, game of the year. Best fighting game of the century.
At least we're finally getting news about season 2.
Yeah, and I still, as I said, I think the release date will be 28th of November, and I bet around then will be the next podcast where we talk about Hilde and maybe data mining stuff. So we'll see.
I
And
just wanna talk
maybe
about Hilde.
mechanical changes, because wasn't that supposed to be coming in season 2 as well?
Correct.
Yeah, they're adding new moves and tweaks, and adding new stages like this one, which isn't completely new. It's just the first stage with different lighting. But
I just want to talk about Hilde.
but yeah, look forward to the next podcast where we talk about Hilde.
Yes.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Oh.